Oh god, have I been muted this whole time? Oh no. I am so sorry. I thought it would mute for like the... I thought it would only be muted for the stream starting thing. If you guys not heard any of what I've said for the past couple minutes, I'm so sorry. Uh, that is embarrassing. Well, okay. Is anyone here? Okay, y'all can hear. I guess I'll just repeat myself. I'm really sorry about that. For those unaware, I'm Call. I'm one of the lead artists over here at Milk Animation. I say that, but I'm just like Jack and Core's friend, and I help them with art occasionally. I introduced myself in the previous VOD if you want to check that out too. And what I'm going to be doing here today is one of my favorite kind of shots we're going to be doing in this pilot, which are these sort of detailed, like close-up shots, kind of similar to what you see in SpongeBob, but not quite as gross as those. I showed one on screen briefly that you probably saw while I was muted. My apologies there again, but yeah, I'm going to be doing this one now. And if you have any art-related questions, I'll be able to answer those, but I won't be able to answer anything related to, like, the story, unfortunately, but obviously, like, that's just because, like, you're gonna want to wait to see it for yourself. We have a lot of cool people helping there. So is this the incredible Mr. Limpet? I don't know what that is. This is kind of a sneak peek. I would call it more just like the pre-production stuff that I'm doing that I can do as far as like promotion and also help get some more watch hours on this channel so that it can be monetized when the pilot goes up. Although if you do want to support this project directly in the meantime, we have a donation link at the bottom that you could send things to, which I'll have to make sure to check during the stream here. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back up. Is this the secret fourth spilling the milk member the rumors have told so much of? Technically, no. I don't think I would have like the energy to do the reaction streams that they do. And I also don't have very like good hot takes. That would be very fun. But shoot, I'm just sorry. I was just realized I had to make sure I'm like drawing this hand correctly. So let's see. Is this an adult cartoon or for kids? I would say this is for adults, just like how the Milk streams are. There's definitely going to be some adult themes present in the show, and along with bits of like some violence. I'm trying to be vague because I don't want to reveal too much, but there are some moments that I don't think would be very kid friendly. If I can make this look like, because this is a parody of Wish, and like Core has the art with like some stuff down at the bottom here. I'm gonna see if I can like make this fish look more like the main character of Wish. Let's see. One second. Sorry, someone else walked by. People around here. I'm sorry about that. Does Core still despise the mom from The Good Dinosaur? I thought about that clip every day for like a month. I don't know. I guess I'll have to ask whenever I talk to him again, because he's leaving for leaving for a trip here. I believe. I don't know if that's something they've talked about. I'm trying to avoid saying anything that like they don't. How long have you been animating for? I misspoke before. I'm not an animator. I'm just an illustrator. I just kind of got a little mixed up in that. What I do for the project is just I do character designs and I do the illustrations. Hey Milk, how was your day? It's good. You know, I just realized right as I'm like talking here that I should clarify like my cow character was not decided in tandem with the spilling the milk branding. This happened like years later. So I should just clarify that. Although it is funny like in kind of a weird like thematic sense, but I want to maybe I should give them bigger eyes. You can't see the images I have referenced on the side because they're in like a different window, but I do have the box art for Finding Jesus 2 as one of the images that I'm using for this cover reference. This one right here. Oh, I have to move it over so y'all can see. Like, this is the vibe that I'm aiming for with this cover. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you like my character. Yeah, it took a bit of time for it to get to this point, but it was fun to redesign compared to my old persona. Let's see here. Or actually, it looks like the fish is kind of overlapped with the text, so I'll do it like this, and then 1, 3, so that's F, I, S, H. This is a very, like, loose sketch, so a lot of this stuff's going to be, refined as I go along. Actually, I think I'm gonna have to make Core's art a little more transparent and maybe move it up, because I need that space for something I'm gonna do here, which is, you see the little robot character there, which I don't think has been introduced, so I won't say very much about what their role is in the story, but they're kind of sitting down here, just kind of out of view, so I'm gonna put them down here. Adjust this so that they're looking more up at them. Probably supposed to be smaller in frame, but I'm gonna have to make this part bigger. Actually, I think that's probably enough for that. Let's move this back towards the center. Her tinier. There we go. And I'll start doing the nicer version here. some reason my tablet's been a little buggy lately, so if you see any areas where it just kind of suddenly gets like darker, like these spots here, I'm not really sure why that's happening, but I'm probably gonna have to get it replaced at some point. Is this the channel that's gonna have Spilling the Milk's animation pilot? Yes, it is. We have been working on it for about a year now. We started actually late January of last year is when we sort of broke ground on this project. And then February through June was story development, character designs, and just getting the vibe of everything right while Core was working on the songs. And then we started full production back in June. Oh, come on. They specifically said this one wouldn't have ads. Okay, whatever. Sorry about that again. Add some scales, and I don't know, do fish have like nostrils? I don't think they would, because they have like gills. Okay, yeah, that was a dumb question. Extend the mouth a little bit. Maybe I should check what else is going on here. Sorry, I sometimes I kind of think out loud while I'm drawing, so if that check and make sure the stream quality is still good. Yep, that's still running well. going to add some wear and tear to the clocks. They also have, what did they decide to call our Disney parody? Dingo? I think it was Dingo. I don't know how to draw that weird like Disney D that looks like a G. Probably just gonna use a font for the final version of this title card, but do I want to have his face in frame? Because it's in frame here, but it's kind of an awkward angle. Let's see. Although I probably should have the face here just to follow the board. not sure about the face. I think I'll put that on its own layer and I'll come back to that part later. Focus on the fish cover for now. Oh shoot, I took it off the wrong layer. Heyo. See if I can do a bit more of the surrounding setting here before I move on to line art. Because this takes place in... And this is just something that's just kind of... I'm trying to avoid spoilers, but this is just where it takes place. But this takes place in a junkyard, so I'm gonna imply some like piles of junk around here. I could either have just like the miscellaneous garbage that I could detail later, or I could have the face from the boards. I'm gonna take out this border that's messing with. There we go. And we have a good, like, this. If I make this a little bigger, wrong button. Do you have a favorite character for the pilot yet? And if you do, I'd like to see if you could describe them with as spoiler-free as possible. I do have a favorite character. They were one of the most fun to design. What could I say to describe them that would not give away any features that are important? Unhinged Delph. Unhinged Delph. That's my answer. That is my hint for you. You'll know them when you see them. More energy to the eyes and the board. I think I'm gonna move this over here just so I can keep it in frame here. I already have an idea in my head from the Angry Elf comic on Twitter. I'm not sure what that means. I feel I haven't looked on the Milk Twitter if there's anything on there. Maybe I should have their mouth open. No tongue. No, just there we go. And then I can do this. And I think that's about as good a framing as I could do for his face and still have everything. Because then we have this kind of scale where it's like you have the big head here, and then it kind of brings your eye line down through the cover down to this little creature. So I think that's good framing there. Yeah, I think that's kind of what they were going for. I'll erase some of these lines behind here. Oh, sorry. Is there like lip noises or anything getting picked up on the mic? I can turn down the mic sensitivity here a little bit to see if I can cut some of that out. I just saw someone put. Well, I mean, it's winter everywhere around here in America, obviously, but where I am, the air is pretty dry, so this is just one of the consequences of that, unfortunately. Bring this maybe down a little bit? No, up. Like right. Not from what I can tell. If so, the music blocks it out. Okay, I just saw someone's post sloppy schlop schlop slurp, which I just realized is probably in reference to the art, but thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. It's been a pretty fun process, just kind of getting used to this like character and like the world that they take place in. If y'all want to watch some stuff that kind of has a similar vibe to what we're developing, I could pull up some stuff here from our like reference list, just in case y'all want to do like some like pre-watching stuff. Because one of the bigger ones or one of the more interesting ones I think y'all might get a kick out of is the fairly old movie Metropolis. Because Core definitely wanted to include a lot of the sort of vibes and influences from older media. But even if it's not like explicitly referenced, we try to at least get some of it in there, although a lot of the references or stuff we planned to reference did kind of get, just for lack of a better word, filed away during production. Like filed off, like the nail file. Like as we had to mix in more and more like features that had to be pinned down. But I do want to try to bring some of it back as we finalize production. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I should probably be, like, actually reading the posts I'm reacting to. I thought your soda looked familiar, and then I realized I follow you on Twitter. Okay, stop. Thank you. Hello. Let's see. as gospel because my department isn't really related to the story as much as it is just like I would describe my role as like a translator for the stuff they want to see, and then I help them like develop it. But the pilot right now, we're aiming for 19 to 20 minutes, but it could vary in either direction. But I wanted to point out that the music is louder than your voice. Oh shoot. Is that better? How's that? Is that Okay, I'm trying to make sure that like I'm speaking with a little bit more volume than the music. Thank you for letting me know. I'll have to listen back to the VOD later and see how much of this was easy to follow. Let's see. Ooh, I can use this. Your voice is still a bit quiet. Here, let me turn up my mic here. How's that? Oh, that's a little loud. How's that? Is that better? Let's see. Wait for... Okay, hell yeah. Is this on its own layer? Oh, shoot. Good morning. It is actually, I think it's like, I mean, why am I acting like I don't know? It's around 3 here for me. Oh, just in case anyone's wondering what I'm doing here. I'm using Clip Studio Paint as my art program, and I recently found out, and I should have figured this out earlier in production, that there's a lot of what are called perspective rulers in this program, which make it a lot easier to build out different shapes here. So I'm just trying to get this to line up with what I've drawn here already. And then I can go through, hit yeah on that. And then I can take my line art brush and it just follows along automatically, so I can get this precise shape without having to kind of go overboard with doing like a billion other lines for it. And I can turn the canvas to thicken these parts out a little bit. There we go. Then, because I have the ruler already and I can just drop this line art down to the previous layer, I can move the ruler here, and then I can do the side and the bottom, which I'll let be thinner. So I'm actually going to turn the other way so I can specifically get that thinner line here. And then I can bring that back and maybe thicken it up along the edge here. Oh, don't want it to go so far that it goes over there. And up, overshot a little bit, but that's okay. Transfer that down, and then I can get rid of that layer with the ruler. And there we go. I thought that was pretty neat. See, how long has the stream been going on for? My plan is to try to maybe stop and take a break after around 30 minutes or so. And maybe do like a game or something, like play some Balatro maybe, but that depends. Oh, I've been going for like 40. And I'll just go for an hour here, why not? Let's get some of this stuff done. I want to at least get the line art done in this stream, because I don't know if I'd be able to do the full rendered version unless I streamed for probably a good, like maybe 3 or 4 hours. Because each of these do take a pretty long time just because of the amount of detail I usually put into them. But there's only 5 or 6 shots like this in the pilot, so I don't have to do this for every one of them. Yeah, I've been really liking Balatro. I'm not really much of a gamer, as it were, because I spend all of my time doing this. But I've got into it earlier this year. Like, I got it towards the end of last year, and over the past 10 days, I've clocked like 24 hours on it whenever I'm not working on this stuff, which is admittedly not a lot by game standards from what I've heard. Some people can get up to like 100 hours in some games, but for me, that's a pretty large amount by my standards. I'm gonna make this act liner a little bit smaller here. I don't know how to fix that thing with my brush where it kind of zooms out or like pops out like that. Oof. Oh no, I don't want to make this fish look creepy. I think that's something I'm trying, because like this is like a parody of Wish, but I don't want it to look like a mean-spirited caricature. I do want it to at least be like pleasant, I guess, because I don't really have a lot of thoughts on Wish as a movie myself. I didn't watch it. I wasn't really in the I'm not really big on Disney in general at this point, outside of maybe some stuff from Pixar. So I saw there was a bunch of discourse happening, and even though I thought the character designs were cute, I wasn't super inclined to learn much more about it. But I do really like their design. Actually, you know what? I want to talk about this for a second, because since I'm drawing something based on the character, copy. Is this the scared face or the happy face? I'll do the happy face. This is a really sweet design. Like, if this looked better in the rendering, I feel like people would have given this movie, or like if the songs were better and like the plot was better, like this design is very striking. Like the freckles, the braided hair, the way it kind of goes off to the side here. These like, I guess they're braids. I don't know if there's a separate term for these, but it looks like they'd be very fun to animate. It's just like they rendered it in this sort of like watercolor style that I think sort of took away from this, because I feel like with they just like, I feel like this design has so much more potential, and I'm a little upset that the movie that it got attached to was so like milquetoast. Yeah, no, screw them. They canceled a trans storyline for their new show, so if I can ethically support that. Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, Disney has their problems in general, so I'm not. Yeah, that sucks. I do like that you can see the storyboard for that. I watched it on Twitter, and it was really fun. Or like, maybe fun's the wrong word. It was very like emotionally resonant for me. So I am pretty upset, but it is nice to see that at very least, like, the effort is being made to represent that in honest and like sincere ways, even if it is getting shot down. But let's see here, maybe I did not give myself a good shape to work with here. Have you seen the canceled design of Starboy from Wish? I thought it was a pretty cool design as well. Shame that the whole thing was cut. I haven't. Hold on, let me look that up. Let's see. Scrapped Star Wish design. Let's see. Reddit. Oh, we could have gotten this guy? So this is apparently what the Star Boy from Wish was apparently gonna look like at some point. And like I wish the hold on, wait, that's cute. Like they're making like little light shapes. This feels I like it. Like, but I do feel like maybe I'm curious to see what this character design could have looked like if they had more time to build on it. Because right now, like, I do find it really compelling, but it also does just look like someone put like the paint bucket tool on a gender flipped Tinkerbell. Like they just filled the whole dude yellow. But I don't mean that in a negative way. I just feel like it's just definitely something I would like to have seen them like build on more. I don't hate the little star dude as like a concept though. He is very one note and a little bit boring. But it is at least a cute design. But I do want to see what that could have been. I feel like it probably wouldn't have worked to have like those two kind of conflicting personalities happening at the same time. Yeah, very Peter Pan-esque. Which I mean, that would have made sense here because it is like in... The movie was made like in... what is it? Like homage to a lot of older Disney stories. And Peter Pan is a pretty iconic one. So it would have been nice to see that kind of energy brought to it since I feel like Peter Pan represents like... Maybe not like the masculine, but the more... like childlike, and because like a lot of Disney stories are focused around like no, I'm not gonna do like a Disney analysis. I do not know enough about that to yap about it and have it be like accurate. Oh shit. God damn it. Heyo. I'll probably have to do some rendering on the hair to make these look more like braids, because right now they just kind of look like weird little tendrils. Or like she has like a jellyfish sitting on her head, which could be funny. I just realized I've been sitting on my foot for like 40 minutes in my chair. God, it's numb. Oh, shoot. Hold on, let me check the time. How long has this been going for again? Okay, this has been going for like 51 minutes. And everyone watching this, I need you to step up and stand up and do some stretches. Unless you're like in bed or something, I won't make you. But just kind of get your just kind of, I don't know, just kind of step up and kind of walk around for just a little bit here. Because I've been sitting down for a little bit too long, so I have to get some blood pumping again here. That's enough. Let's get this guy drawn. I'll have to go for a run or something after this. I've been trying to do that so I'm not like rotting away at my computer the entire time I'm working on this. Especially with like the time zone shifting, so, or not time zone, the time, what is it, daylight savings time shifting, so now it gets dark at like 4 here, especially since it's in winter. And I gotta... Here we go. Oh, if anyone draws any, like, fan art of these characters as we reveal more, a key detail that we have for this guy... Did they have his name in the short? Because I do not remember. Because I know they added, like, a credit bit, but I don't know if they showed his name. Oh, you're going to hear some overlapping sounds for a second. There we go. Okay, so we do have the name here. So this is Calvin. If you draw Calvin at any point, he has 4 pretty distinct lower lashes, and they go like long, short, long, short, going from like going down like this way. It doesn't have to be exact, but a couple artists we've have drawn them with 3 because that tends to be the norm. It's admittedly a little bit complicated. Not complicated. Specific to anime is I guess the term I'll use. But I think it's a cool design feature because it makes them pretty distinct, and you can like basically like just draw his eyes and you know who the character is, which I think is good for a very like iconic design. There we go. Oh, hello. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, let me zoom out a little bit more so I can see the whole thing in frame. Yeah, I'll probably have to go and kind of clean up those lines a little bit more. Heyo. Maybe thicken up this area here. Oh, that's still in eraser mode. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm sorry you can't quite. I'm sorry if you can't follow what I'm saying, but I appreciate it. Maybe I could just put like a heart in chat for ya. Oh, where's the emoji? I'll just send this. There we go. Why am I trying at this angle? It's making it harder for myself. There we go. That's good. Just get that wear and tear back into the disc. The thing again here. I'll just figure out the Disney D later. Who is spilling the milk? Right now, if... Sorry, I wasn't sure if you mean, like, if that's, like, a joke about, like, oh, who's drawing right now, or... spilling the milk, if that's, like, a genuine question, is... They're a cartoon reaction YouTube channel, and I'm drawing for them. I just realized I have not looked at the stream, the stream asset thing we have at the bottom of the thing here. I'm gonna go look and just see if there's anything that I've been missing, and if you've like donated something and I missed your, oh, I don't want it to overlap here. Oh shoot. Let me play the music again here. I have to like connect it here. Okay, no tips or anything. I just wanted to make sure. You have such clean line art. Oh, that's the wrong brush. I'm not actually sure what I should put for these areas here, which I might fill those in when I go through and do the other portions, because I think I have the main parts done. Maybe I should add a little bit more detail here, just to add a little more distinction. And like add a something like this maybe. Is that real? What am I drawing today? What I'm drawing today is one of the more detailed close-up shots we're going to be having in this pilot. The idea is, like, if you've ever seen those shots in SpongeBob where you get those, like, gross close-ups, it's kind of like that, but I don't want to make it gross. This is a pretty loose pass at the line art. What I just needed to get the composition down and then get like the key features that I'm going to go through and render probably off stream, just because I know it's going to take a lot longer than the parts I'm working on right now. But I still want to get at least a decent amount of it done, just because this is the first like solo stream I'm doing on the channel, and this will help you guys get a good vibe of what these streams are going to be like. Also, hello, Can of Soup. I appreciate your commitment to the bit there by just writing that soup, that fish. Getting my words mixed up. Let's pick a font for this, because I know I could just write it out, but I've used a font for some other parts, and it's pretty easy to keep things consistent if this shows up in later scenes. I know I was going off the Finding Jesus look before, but I do want this to look more like Wish's logo, if I can remember what that looks like. I think I have it in my references here. Okay, it's more of a thin, pointy font. I guess I have that font they use in like way too many indie games. That's my one hot take. They use a lot of like this font. That's sure, why not? That fits the vibe, I think. Make this a little bigger. Then apply transformation, yep. Merge layer below. This will turn it into a vector that I can edit. Now I'm going to set the layer to monochrome, because if I don't, when I go like this, it'll do something called rasterizing, or like the image is a raster, so it's like it will. If you've ever like rescaled something, actually let me set this to color just so you can see. Like sometimes when you do rescaling in programs like Photoshop, if you move it, you get these kinds of this kind of gross blurriness in the corners like that, which I want to avoid. So by setting it to monochrome, I'm able to do the same adjustment without having to convert it to a vector, even if I do have to do some additional cleanup later. And get all this stuff to line up here. Then shrink this down just a little bit. Okay, and this is probably not something that's gonna carry over, but I'm gonna select the invert, select expand, saying it by what, 10? 10 should be good for here, yeah. And I'm just gonna go through and just throw like a white background over all the letters here. Then I can get rid of the fish. Okay, I might change that font later. I'm not sure if I'm feeling that quite as much as I was before, but it doesn't look bad though, so just kind of imply some stuff going on around here. And that'll just become like the need some water there. That'll just be like details on the floor. Then I'll add like a drop shadow here, or just like imply one. And you know what? I think, how long is this stream been going for? Like an hour? This has been going for about an hour and 13 minutes. I think this is a good place for me to stop for now. Just because I don't want to like get too caught up in things and have this go on for way too long. An hour or so is good, and I'll probably come back and finish this up on stream as well after doing a little bit of additional work off stream. That way you guys can see the finishing details, since after this is just like laying down the base colors. But yeah, I think this is where I'm going to wrap things up for now. Thank you all for stopping by. This was really fun, and it's good to sort of talk about my process and get y'all's feedback and get you guys all hyped up for the upcoming project. If you look in the link in the description, there is a Stream Elements link that will take you to somewhere where you can donate and be able to contribute to the funds of the project. Those will go straight to our animators, which will help them a ton. I might also do some commission streams on here where for $15 I can doodle you something, and that should be like a good way of getting more income that we can send to our incredibly talented team. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap things up here. I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you all have a good night or good day, depending